guys, it's Gwen Forsey of Socially Active Branding, and yesterday I shared sort of my backstory of how this all came about, where I came from just 4 short years ago to where I am now as a socialite, helping ladypreneurs with their brand, their ideal client identification and attraction, and then using the social tools in all the right way. And I got quite a few questions about the ideal client. And this is something I talk a lot one-on-one with my clients when we're sitting down for a coaching session, is ideal client. So this is going to be a really important video. Maybe you can learn from some of my lessons. If you've ever said, when someone says, oh, who is your ideal client? I work with everyone, or I sell houses to everyone. I hope you'll use some of my lessons in my story, and maybe you'll have a little bit of a mind shift that could really help your business grow, help you get more referrals, and actually help you attract more of your ideal clients. So if you guys weren't here with me yesterday I kind of went over my backstory. I worked with corporate America. That's all I ever knew forever until 4 years ago. Like this time, it was winter, early spring, and I just was fed up. I hadn't had enough. I was unfulfilled. I was getting worn down with excessive business travel. I had 2 back-to-back DC trips in the slushy winter. I remember I went to Florida, I went to San Diego, there was probably a Houston trip in there, like all these big trips, because everything's a big trip basically to get to from Boise, right? Like that's just part of what we have when we live in fabulous Boise. So I was getting worn down, but the whole like straw that broke the camel's back was not feeling appreciated when some changes were being made. And if you want to know more about that, go back to yesterday's video and check it out and you'll see what I'm talking about. So when I broke up with corporate America and decided I wanted to be an entrepreneur, because that's a whole other thing. I've never been an entrepreneur before. I've never had my own business before. Like, who am I? But I had this sort of vision of helping clients build their businesses. I love social media. I love mentoring, coaching. I've had a team. I love working with women, especially because I feel we don't have as many resources as men do. A lot of stuff out there is more geared to men. So that was kind of like who I was thinking my ideal client would be. Internally, I was like, who's my best audience? So my sphere, I had a lot of friends in lending and real estate because that's what I've always been in. Had a big existing sphere of agents, but also know a lot of other people. But that's what I know. Like my background is in lending, sales management, compliance, training, like all those things. I just kind of made sense that that would be my audience. But then you think, but I'm just starting out. Shouldn't I serve everyone, or like open the floodgates to everyone? So one, I can get experience, just take anyone that comes to me, and make money. Like experience and money were 2 things I needed when I first starting out. So that's what I did. I wasn't defined on who my ideal client was. I thought I knew who they might be, but I hadn't really put it out there. I hadn't pinpointed it. I hadn't told anyone. I was just sort of this social media person to help people. And so what happened was, of course, I took a client that I knew was not a good fit for me. It was a he. He was super like, and I'm not like that. Anyone that knows me knows I'm not like that. I'm like, wah, like that. So he was super sort of, I don't know, like military kind of, and not flowery and like me. And he really didn't even want to use social media or any of the tools in the right way. He was not of an abundance mindset. He didn't want to let anyone know who his agents were. He didn't want to shout them out. He didn't want to celebrate them. He didn't want to acknowledge or have gratitude for them. So I knew it, you guys. I knew it in the pit of my gut when I sat down with them. I still remember we met at Village Coffee. I've met many of you at Village Coffee. A few of you watching, we've met at Village Coffee. It's my office away from my office. And I still remember just sitting like, ugh, this guy. I don't love him. He's not my style. I'm not his style either. But because I need to make money, I need to get this going, I'm going to take him on as a client. And we'll just hope for the best, right? We'll see where this goes. So we did. We worked together for a little while. It was not fun for me. I don't know really what his experience was, but I dreaded like getting calls from him. What he wanted to do wasn't my style, wasn't my jam. I had to like, man down on what I was doing to make it fit him. And it just wasn't fitting me. And so I had to break up with him, just like I broke up with corporate America. I'm like the breakup queen. And I just had this realization that when it came to the clients, like that was super important to have the right clients. And he was so much more work and stress and annoyance than a client should be. There were many other people I'd rather work with and many other possibilities of people I'd work with. So I just kind of came to this realization that I was not going to take a client like that again. It wasn't worth it. I learned my lesson, and it just didn't fit. And so that was kind of the beginning of my ideal client journey. So what I did is I focused on a plan to like outline who is my client. Who can I serve best? Who gets me? Who do I get? Who do I want to work with? Who, when they're a client, I want them to become friends and then we go have wine together. Who are those people? Who can I help? And who needs me? And then I spoke directly to them. And instead of, because I used to say, oh, I help all women in business, relationship businesses, people with small business, direct sales, real estate agents, lenders, everyone with a business. And so, yeah, that's the kind of people I got, is everyone with a business. And again, it was diluting what I was doing. So now I have niched it down. Like my ideal client is the ladypreneurs, my new term. I'm going to trademark that. It's my realtors, it's my lenders, and a few other people will find me along the way, but those are the gals I'm speaking to. They're the ones, they have my heart, I understand them, I get them, I know what they need, and I know how to help them, and I know how to relate and to communicate with them. So everything I create now, everything I develop, everything on my whiteboard, on my schedule, is designed for my ladypreneurs. Not all my lady business owners, not all the business owners, not everyone in the world, but my ladypreneurs. And you guys, it's so much easier when you can niche down to who you really, really, really want to speak with. And then the other thing is they start hearing you. They know who's an ideal referral for you, which that is amazing too. So then what happens? Then now I still get a few referrals here and there from my ladypreneurs of people that aren't a good fit for me. And for one-on-one clients, I won't take those people on. They can be a part of my coaching group, my virtual coaching group. That's okay. They'll get a ton of value there, but I'm not working with them on one-on-one. Everything I create is for my ladypreneurs. So I've just been able to get to a point, blessed not to have to work with the people that don't fit for me. And when you can really zero it in, make a profile of your ideal client, give them a name, and everything you do, think of, is this for my person? My ideal client's name is Emily, and I think, is this something Emily would like? Is this something Emily needs? Is this how Emily wants to receive the information? Not everyone is a good fit for me, and that's okay. I used to be that person, I want everyone to like me. It's okay if you don't like me and I'm not your flavor. What's the saying? You can be the best tasting peach ice cream in the world, but yet there are still some people that don't like peach ice cream. And I'm to a point now where that's okay. I'd much rather fill my day, fill my schedule, fill my calendar, both work and off work with those ideal people that I get. I know, love, and trust them. They know, love, and trust me. And we become friends in the end or during, or maybe at the beginning. Some people, like, we're friends at the beginning. We just connect. So that's my lesson for you guys. If you can just narrow it down, figure out who your ideal client is. I have something coming that's going to help you with this. It's not ready yet, but you can do some pre-work on it right now. So ideal client, who are they? Let's narrow them down. Let's figure out who they are and start speaking directly to them. And I promise they will find you if you've narrowed it down enough and you've got your message clear. So that's all I have for you guys today. Learn from my mistakes, learn from my traumas, that working with that non-ideal client is not the best of times. And I want you all to have the best of times. So you guys have an awesome day. We'll see you tomorrow.